Hey guys, this is Jared Morris over at Marketing Mavens. Wanted to do a quick tutorial for all of our RSS to email customers and potential customers. A lot of times I get asked two very common questions, and that is there any possible way to let subscribers subscribe just to a particular category as opposed to all of my blog posts? And the answer is most definitely yes. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. And the other question that is quite often is, how do we control frequency? And out of the box, Maven RSS to email already allows you to do immediately, or to set a schedule, whether that's certain days of the week, 1 day a week, 1 day of the month, a couple times a month. I mean, it's really quite flexible. But what I wanted to do in the video here today is show the configuration for allowing the subscriber to choose the frequency, because Joe may like receiving the daily email because he's just eating your blog alive, whereas Mary might just be pleased with once a week, every Friday, kind of a digest for what you wrote the previous 7 days. So there's a lot of options available, and we're going to go through setting that up. So this part 1 video is going to cover primarily just the Infusionsoft setup, and then in a separate video we'll cover what needs to be done over inside the Mavens membership. So I'm sitting inside the campaign builder here, and I'm gonna edit my campaign. And right now, obviously, you can see there's really nothing to go out because this isn't an automated sequence. It's all triggered via the API at the time that the post is published. So nothing here more than just showing you the web form that you would build for subscribers to opt in. So first of all, pretty straightforward. Where do you want to receive these updates? Your first name and email. What are you interested in reading about? That's the blog. These are blog categories. You might have a lot more. And then how often do you wish to receive updates? And then go ahead and follow the blog. That's our submit button. So real quick, this you do not have to let people subscribe to categories. This is for people who have already made that decision that they'd like that ability. Don't feel like you absolutely need to. If you don't blog a lot, then you wouldn't want someone to subscribe to a category that you rarely post in. So this is going to depend on your blogging frequency. And then you also don't have to let subscribers choose. This is all an optional thing. We're just trying to equip our users, use the functionality and flexibility that Infusionsoft offers to give their company and their customers and prospects the best user experience possible. So this video, everything in this video is completely optional, not mandatory by any means when you're setting up the plugin. So let's go ahead and look at our options here. So if I come down to, I'm going to kind of start from the bottom here and work upwards. So the first thing is I've created 3 options. You might choose 2, you might not let them choose at all, but I have immediately, which is basically when the post is published, once a week, so they're going to receive a digest every Friday of posts that they haven't been emailed yet in the past, or once a month. So you could do the last day of each month. I mean, you just determine this. This right here is not a setting by any means. It's just a label to let your blog subscribers kind of give a little bit more detail of what that looks like if they choose that option. Now if you look at the actions, the only thing I'm doing is applying a tag, and that's all that needs to be done. So RSS to email immediate updates. This one is RSS to email weekly updates, RSS to email monthly updates, and you save. So if you want to give your subscribers the option to select frequency, that's all that needs to be done here within Infusionsoft. On the next option here, we basically added a few checkboxes, and you can see that again, if they are only interested in the category web design secrets, when they check this box, they get that tag. So I am going to, and the same is true with Infusionsoft tips and tricks and so on. So regardless of how many categories you have, you can do all of that. So this code, obviously, I think everyone knows how to do this. You're going to get the JavaScript or HTML code unstyled if you've got a web guy who's going to brand the form and make it look like your website. But you can just copy this code, and you're going to put that probably on the sidebar of where your blog posts are read. So if you've got a post sidebar, if you're in WordPress or Blogger or whatever, you're going to want to give them the opportunity to subscribe via email, via web form, to your blog. So that's pretty much it on the Infusionsoft end. I'll see you here in a second in part 2, where we jump over to the Mavens membership area and what needs to be built out there. Thanks.